In What's New to BGA brings you Cities, a worker placement, tile placement, drafting style game. So it came out last year, rated currently 7.3 with quite a few ratings, and it is in the medium light area at 1.93. The game is played over 8 rounds, or 4 in a 2-player game. Each round you'll be placing one of your meeples. You'll be placing them in one of the 16 spaces. Each row has 4 spaces available. Opponent already took this face down card, but you'll see 3 of the options are face up, and the one on the very right will always be face down, kind of random. Here in the feature tiles, one is up and one is face down, and then here there's actually 2 tiles you draw out of the bag, and then you also get the first player token as well. So during your turn, you're going to be placing a worker and then taking the tile or card or whatever to your board. When placing a worker, you can only have 1 worker per row. So currently I have a worker in the city tile area. So I'm only able to pick from the 3 other rows where I don't already have a worker down. Speaking of board, over on the right-hand side here is where you're going to be building out your area, your city. You're going to be building a 3x3 grid. When placing a tile, you'll see you'll have to place it adjacent to one already. You can place it down and rotate it around and make it fit as you would like. When taking the feature tiles there, I took the 2 feature tiles. You're going to place them on their appropriate area. So basically water on water. There's green ones like this tile here that go on grass. Special feature tile here will actually cover up one of your color areas for your cities. And this gray one here makes a building space wild. So I put my whale down in the water area, and then I put my gray tile on top of a city tile, which now makes that color a wild color. Now each little area of grass and water, you're going to want to put different feature tiles because they're going to score only for unique feature tiles in each area. When building the building pieces, you have to match colors, so red on red, or I could use my wild space. And then you see there, the green went to the green, and I put the yellow on the wild. So now I have a height of 1 each. Buildings can be height 1 through 4. The reason you might want to do, there's different scoring opportunities, like this goal here says 1 victory point for every yellow building of 1 piece high. Speaking of the scoring here, these are scoring cards here. This is the last area we'll take. So here I'll take one of those, and it goes down below here, and now I have this scoring option. I want 2 victory points for each set, 1 of each color building. Once you have placed all 4 of your meeples and taken an item from each row, the round is over, and we reset for the next round. In a 2-player game, you will take 2 items from each row. Then we proceed to the next round. You see 3 face-up cards, 1 face down, and so on down the line. So it's set up for the next round. Now there are different city goals. So this is Rio de Janeiro's goals, but you can see there are 3 different goals that are going to be out there. The first player to complete those goals gets the left side, so the 5, the 6, and the 7. And then if you do the second, obviously you get the middle. And then if you're the last player, you get that. At the end of the round, if you're playing a 3-player game, each row will have 1 thing left over. Whereas if you're playing a 4-player game, each player gets 1. And this brings me to a 2-player game. When you play a 2-player game, you actually are going to take 2 different items each round. So here I'll be taking 2 of these scoring cards, 2 of these city planning cards, 2 of these feature tiles, and then finally 2 of these building tile sets. So during one turn, I might take these 4, then my opponent goes, and then I might come take these 3 for my next action. So each row, you'll have 2 different workers down in a 2-player game. Like I said, the game is over after the 8th round or the 4th round in a 2-player game. And then you're going to score your points. So you basically score for goals, the big goals on the top. Then these feature tiles, you actually score points for different feature tiles. So when placing those, you definitely want to place different feature tiles in the same area. So the example here, you have 2 different feature types because these boats are the same, so you score 3 points. If you're able to get 4 different feature tiles, you will score 10 points in each area. So what I mean by that is this is one grass area, and since this grass is separated by buildings or water or whatever, these would each score independently. Whereas my water area here is all one water area. Therefore, If I put a whale there, I'd only have 2 different feature tiles. Then lastly, monuments are just worth 2 points. It says that right on the tiles. And then you score points for your scoring cards. Now, one important thing is you can't have multiple of the same scoring cards. In fact, my 3-player game that I played right before making this video, I won because I had multiple of the same scoring cards. It made it a lot easier to score bigger on those cards because I was able to focus on it. And then, of course, the player with the most points wins. I think I'm going to give this one a 9. I'm really in that 8, 9, right in the middle area, but I think I'm going to bump it up to a 9. This is one of those games I love drafting, and that open drafting on the board, picking the different tiles. I think I might enjoy this game slightly more in 3-player, just because I like when I see my opponents have both gone in the same area. I know that I have 2 options left, and I can ignore that area and focus my workers on other areas and trying to get those places first, best for my scoring. I like that there's so many different options here for scoring. So these are all different cities, so they'll all have different goals. And I really like that the random is included as well. And I think that's definitely how I'll be playing in the future. I do like once you claim a goal up here on the top, if you change your board or whatnot, you don't have to take your marker off. So that kind of allows you to build a little bit around, okay, I'll get this goal first, score a bunch of points, and then later on, if I need to, I can break that and not be penalized for it. So I thought that was a cool feature. Well, I've been the Digital Board Gamer. As always, good luck and have fun.